My main question is, where are we moving? Where do you want to go? South Beach, Miami, San Francisco? What would be a good place to harbor?
Either of us are hot weather people, Frida. I think what we're going to have to be is we're going to have to be very dewy, east side of Manhattan gays. I think that's what we're going to have to be.
Okay. This is starting to fit into my racism a bit. Then I can be all Donald Sterling all the time. Sounds good.
Yeah, there you go.
Another dickhead, fucking idiot, racist. Jesus Christ, that's an actual racist, you people. God, can we remember him again and forget about me for a minute? Can we bring up Donald Sterling to deflect the negative reaction that I got last week?
Hold on, can we just go on record as, for once, Eddie brought a fucking story to the show. Normally it's me and Frito doing the work, but the talent finally came through this week with one fucking story for us to tell. Congratulations,
the best story
Eddie.
this week.
Congratulations, Eddie. You can now go back to not doing anything for the next 15 episodes.
That's right. Thanks, man. That's what I got planned. Why are you teaching your 9-year-old daughter how to fire an Uzi? I mean, I don't know.
You communist. No, the question is, why didn't the instructor have a gun to defend himself against the 9-year-old he was instructing? That's the common sense solution, because we all know more guns decreases gun violence. Fucking socialist.
Actually, that's true. If the Uzi had had a gun, this would have never have happened.
Yeah, because the Uzi could have defended him, or itself from misuse.
It could have stopped that malign intent in that 9-year-old's mind.
Maybe the 9-year-old just played Black Ops 1 and assumed that the Uzi shot pellets and needed like 5 hit markers in order to kill somebody. She thought the instructor would just like get riddled with bullets and be able to regen his health.
No, she thought he had a martyrdom on. Not martyrdom.
Juggernaut. That's what.
That's it.
He should have had it equipped. That's his fault. It's his own fault. He's dead.
Didn't take the right perks.
He didn't have Last Stand. He didn't have Final Stand on.
Well, it says here in the article that the guy who owned the gun range said, "We instruct kids as young as 5 on 22 caliber rifles, and they don't get to handle the high firearms, but they're under the supervision of their parents and of our professional range masters." Why does a preschooler need a fucking 22? Here, let me go pick up my Transformers lunchbox. Oh, and Johnny, your 22 is on the dresser on the way out. Why?
Brian, you know good and well that if all these kids were armed to the teeth with weapons, there would be no more school shootings.
Yes.
Or child pedophilia, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, right, because there
would
wouldn't be a scenario that was like, "Hey, Johnny, what'd you get for lunch?" "Oh, my mom made me peanut butter and fucking jelly again today. What did you have? Bologna?" "Bam, bitch, give me your bologna sandwich." That is what would happen in first grade if there was guns in the class.
No, come on. That wouldn't happen. There would be kids trading their Glocks for Snickers and shit. Like,
one of the things that makes gaming kind of an interesting culture to be a part of is that it's not consumed in the normal way that film and television is. It's consumed in a variety of different ways, either just by watching long live streams or by watching someone like one of us three who makes very tailored, short, like episodic comedy, really. Like, and that's, you couldn't put me on television. You couldn't. You couldn't put Frito on television. You might be able to, or Paul, you might be able to, you know, develop us with some, you know, some good comedy writers and get us on a stage and do stand-up, and you could put that on TV, but you couldn't put what we do now on TV. He watches Markup J on Twitch, but still, even with that in the title and being shared all over Twitter, and Roy Hibbert tweeting him out, he only had like 1,200 concurrent.
Yeah, because Roy Hibbert's not that good. See playoffs? It's probably affecting the numbers.
Pretty fucking famous, dude.
I don't know. He couldn't really do much in the playoffs. I wouldn't want to go see anything Roy Hibbert likes to watch. I think that actually hurt. I think that hurt Market J.
Amazon is really big into the cloud scene, so I think having them do having better bandwidth and having better technology overall will help make their product better. They'll get, Perhaps, one day in the future they'll have things where they do stream quality for all streamers, not necessarily just partnered streamers, because they could afford to re-encode videos in both 720p, 480p, and 360p, or if you're lefty, 1080p.
Maybe when you're watching Twitch, there'll be a bunch of pop-ups for recommended items that you might be interested in.
Oh, you're watching a League of Legends stream? You might also be interested in this.
There definitely will be like affiliate links to the keyboard that they're using, to the mouse that they're using, their headset.
That would be pretty
Like,
smart.
order this on Amazon now, and you will be as good as this person. Like all that stuff.
Here is the streamer's Amazon wish list. Go and click it right here, everybody.
Yeah.
What I love about Google Plus is that they have the audacity to say Google Plus or Google all one account is what they say. All one account. Why the fuck does it ask me which account I want to sign into then? What are you talking about, all one account? You literally made everything more complicated than it was before. It was one account before. Then you split it up into 6 different avenues and I can't find anything, and you're hiding this and putting that there. Before you were saying the type of people that have integrity wouldn't fuck the girl. I would go even a step further. I would say the type of people who have integrity would fuck the girl, but it wouldn't make a difference. They would still slam the game or say exactly the same thing. That's the type of people I want. I want you to fuck the girl. I want to be fucking the girl while you're recording the video of you explaining. Have her talk on the mic and say, yeah, actually I'm getting my dick sucked by this bitch right now. Guess what? Her game fucking sucks. That's what she sucks. Her game sucks. It's one big suck fest, and that's the best part about her game is I got my dick sucked to review it. That's the type of interviewer I want to see. But because honestly,
thank God she gives a good blowjob, because her game is abysmal.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to label her like, no, fuck it. No, she's a terrible person. She's a terrible person, and fuck her stupid game.
see,
And if she then has the fucking balls to turn around and go, my game wasn't successful because of the male patriarchy. Listen, your game's called Depression Quest. It's not exactly mainstream. If you wanted to make it in the gaming press world or in the gaming development world, then you might have to suck a different kind of cock for a while. The corporate one. Imagine if someone ran like one of those fake charity campaign videos, and it's just black and white footage of unhappy men. Thousands of men all across America are afflicted by the crime of female feminism.
and they slowly look up to the camera.
£3 a month, and we can get this guy laid.
She hasn't put out in months. She hasn't made me a sandwich in weeks. She refuses to do the laundry. Whatever shall I do? Yeah,
He's there in a dirty vest, hasn't washed or shaved or had his washing done.
Yeah. I think this is her answer to defeating the male patriarchy. You know what she says? She just takes the balls and she says, fuck the man, and then pursues to do it. That's how she deals with problems,
Yep,
and I'm
isn't
totally
that
fine with that. I think that
isn't
is a
that-
good feminist. But I think you're right in your criticism. I think feminists don't support this kind of thing, but I think they should. I think it's empowering for women to control their sexuality and be happy with wanting to be beautiful. And
So wait a minute, hold on. If she privated her Twitter, does that mean that only people who aren't blocked by her can see her?
Only people that she follows.
or
Yeah,
allows to follow, I thought.
That's a damn shame. So the haters finally won. She lost.
So
the
wait
game.
a minute, I'm allowed to see her tweets. Does this mean that she likes me?
Yeah, she does.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with her?
Check your DMs. She might be flying you out next week.
She might be hitting you up.
No, she's got this new game coming out.
I knew that my impersonation of her was pretty good, but I didn't realize that she liked it too.
Oh, dude, maybe she'll suck your dick now. You know?
Yeah, she's got a game coming out, Brian, and you're the journalist that's going to write
Jesus.
this.
The massive exposure that Brian can give.
Yeah, right. Just read her bio. It says used to work for IGN, 1UP, and EGM, and now she works for Call of Duty. I wonder how that relationship started. You know what I mean? I wonder how she went from working at IGN to working at Infinity Ward for Call of Duty. That's highly suspect, especially after what we just talked about before. I wouldn't have a problem with her getting pissed off and privating her Twitter if she's like, listen, my corporate or my business Twitter is @TinaIW, kind of how Mark Rubin has it, but I think he forgot the password to his Twitter because he hasn't used it since November. But the problem, that's the root cause of the problem there, is that Tina didn't want to be responsible for her own Twitter line because she wanted it to be a private, message her buddies and friends on it. But the community sees it as, here's our outlet to voice our concerns and complaints and praises, very minimal praises, about the game, yet she doesn't treat it as such. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't know what her own job description is. A community manager is supposed to be someone who interacts with the community, and if you don't do that, I'm sorry, you don't deserve to have a job.
Yeah, I think that for me, there isn't enough money in the universe that you could pay me.
The whole race of men are pretty terrible human beings. I understand. They are the lesser of the two. They are ugly, disgusting creatures. You're going to have to fuck a few of these till you find Mr. Right. I get it. But don't retroactively apply rape. If you say yes, it should be yes in that context.
In English law, if you buy an alcoholic drink for a woman with the intention of making it easier for you to sleep with her, that's rape. So my friend Jim at home was like, well, under that definition, I've raped every girl I've ever been out with. I don't think legislation should be passed if 4 retards in a Google Hangout can point out the obvious flaws. I think that's generally a good rule of thumb.
That's a real revolution. You can't do a revolution like this from just DDoSing people and hoping that people will be like, oh, I am dissatisfied that this product is down for a day. I'm going to go change my product. That's not how it fucking works.
It's kind of like protesting like Wall Street greed by going up to like white-collar workers and just punching them in the face. That's what it's like.
That'll show them. I think bomb threats is a perfect example of the type of people who don't deserve to use Twitter. I think that's very smart on Twitter's case. And if you're the type of motherfucker that calls in bomb threats, I think you deserve to be fucking beheaded. I think you deserve to be the guy over in Unspecifiedistan getting his head cut off. Can we trade the people who are doing good things out there in the world for these types of pricks?
The best way to make and recruit terrorists is when we shoot drones at them and accidentally kill civilians. That is their best propaganda. They don't even have to do anything. All they have to do is just say, this is what America has done. What are you going to do back to them?
Actually, it's not true. The best way to create and recruit terrorists is to have a way of thinking that makes your people the exclusive people of God, and that anything done to you is worth tenfold in retaliation. That's actually how you create terrorists. How you create young men and women willing to die for a cause initiated by old men is you put great power in these old men's hands with a theocracy. That's how you create terrorists.